Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Before I begin, I wanted to let everyone know that I made a new Discord server called A-10's Hangar. I plan on joining weekly, so if anybody wants to fly together, we can make that happen. My Discord server is linked down in the description below. Anyway, back to the video. Today is finally the day I make the video of the aircraft that my channel revolves around. The Fairchild Republic A-10A Thunderbolt II. The A-10 is often referred to as the Warthog or the Thunderbolt. The A-10 is a close air support aircraft developed by Fairchild Republic for the United States Air Force. The A-10 was developed during the Cold War as part of the U.S. Air Force's plan to counter Soviet armed forces in Europe. The aircraft was designed for close air support, CAS, to attack tanks, armored vehicles, and other ground targets. The A-10 made its first flight on May 10, 1972. The aircraft was designed to be durable and effective in close combat situations, with a focus on survivability and mission effectiveness over speed and stealth. Key features include its rugged construction, twin-engine design, and a distinctive, heavily armored cockpit. It is equipped with a powerful 30mm GAU-8A Avenger rotary cannon, which is highly effective against ground targets. Here is one of those 30mm rounds compared to somebody holding it. The aircraft's design includes a wide, straight wing for slow speed stability and maneuverability. The A-10 entered service with the U.S. Air Force in March of 1976. The A-10 was known for its ability to withstand significant damage and continue operating. It gained fame during the Gulf War in 1991, where it played a crucial role in destroying Iraqi tanks and other ground targets. The aircraft's durability and effectiveness in close air support missions were widely recognized. The A-10 has been used in various conflicts, including the Balkans, Afghanistan, and Iraq. Despite the emergence of newer aircraft and technologies, the A-10 remains valued for its close air support capabilities. Over the years, the A-10 has undergone various upgrades to improve its avionics, weapon systems, and survivability. This includes improvements to its targeting systems, electronic countermeasures, and communication equipment. The aircraft's design allows for extended service life, and it has been maintained and upgraded to remain relevant in modern combat scenarios. The U.S. Air Force has debated the future of the A-10, with discussions about its retirement and replacement being ongoing. However, it continues to be an integral part of the United States Air Force's fleet. Its ability to deliver powerful firepower and endure battlefield damage has earned it a special place in military aviation history. The A-10 has a strong following among military enthusiasts and aviation historians. Overall, the A-10 Thunderbolt II has had a significant impact on modern warfare and continues to be an important asset for the U.S. Air Force. That's all for the history lesson. I hope you enjoy the combat. Now we're in the first game, and as I'm flying towards the enemy ground targets, I'm going to use the mountains as cover. As I'm flying to them, I see a Phantom in front of me. I'm going to fire a missile at him. Hopefully he's not paying attention. Unfortunately, he pops some flares and the missile doesn't track him. I want to make sure that this guy doesn't turn back into me though. But I absolutely have to make sure that I'm always looking around me, being aware of my surroundings, especially at this battle rating. There are missiles everywhere. The Phantom doesn't turn back into me. I'm still going for these ground targets. As I'm flying to the ground targets, I get some formation flying in with this other A-10. Most of these ground targets only need about a half a second of burst. And just like that, 3 very satisfying kills with the Burt. Now I'm just going to do the same thing again, but once again, as I'm ground pounding, I still have to always be looking around me, being aware of all my surroundings. You can't get tunnel vision for like a minute, you're going to die to a missile. I look ahead of me and see this enemy A-10 that just fired 2 missiles at my ally. I'm going to fire a missile at him. As that hopefully tracks him, I'm still going to be going for these ground targets. I look to see where my missile is. I see that he starts flaring. I'm going to turn in towards him and fight. The A-10 has flares for days, so I'm going to pop some flares there to see if I missed anybody. Fire at him here. Critical hit. I now see that he has an oil leak. I'm going to pull my air brake. I accidentally put my gear down, so I have to put that back up. I'm going to flare a couple times here. I'm using my air brake to my advantage. I'm making sure that I don't overshoot. This guy's about to cross my nose. I fire at him there, and he's going down. If you just rip somebody's wing off, please don't follow him down. They're already going down. You don't need to waste the time. Now I'm back to ground pounding. As I look to my left, I see the enemy Mirage go down, and we win the game. You're still able to kill anything before the red bar goes down. I'm going to use that to my advantage and kill 3 other ground targets. Unfortunately, I don't get the last one. Now we're in the second game and I'm flying towards more ground targets. I'm looking to my left at the mountains because sometimes people come out of there. They're usually some sort of bomber or strike aircraft trying to bomb some bases. Now I've arrived to the ground targets and I'm going to start firing. If you're trying to kill these light pillboxes, make sure to aim for the roof. I look ahead and to my right, see 3 fighters. I really don't want to have anything to do with them at the moment. I'm just going to stay low and hope that they don't see me right now. While I'm doing that, I'm just going to keep ground pounding. I see this MiG-23 in front of me. I'm going to fire a missile at him. I definitely should have waited to fire though, because my missile just hit the mountain. As we fly over the mountain, I'm going to try to get another shot off on him. As I fire that missile, I'm going to look to my right, always being aware of my surroundings. Unfortunately, he pops a flare and my missile tracks that. Now I'm going to break off of him and go for this Phantom that's coming in very fast towards me. To make him not fire a missile, I'm going to use the terrain as cover. This F4E also won't be able to fire a missile going head on because he only has rear aspect missiles. That means you can only lock them from behind. I fire my gun at him and hope it hits, but it doesn't. I break away from his bullets, and then I see this MiG-21 that's coming in straight in front of me. I fire a missile at him, hope that it hits. This guy's going vertical. I'm not going to follow him up. The MiG-21 flares, but my missile still tracks him and I get the kill. Now I have a big problem though. I have a Phantom that's above me and he's not letting up on killing me. I need him to come down to me. My only hope is to try and outmaneuver him, which I know I can definitely do. I'm also going to keep flaring here and there for when he fires a missile at me. My RWR starts screaming at me, I flare, and the missile doesn't track me. Thankfully he starts pulling up and I have time to turn back around. As I'm turning back around, I see that he catches fire, he's going down, I'm not going to steal the kill. My ally most likely got severe damage, but I'm not going to risk it. As I'm heading towards these ground targets in front of me, I see this J-7E coming in to kill me. I'm going to use the terrain as cover once again, and outmaneuver him. Almost hit the mountain there. I went into full rail control so I can pull up as hard as I can there. You have to be careful with that though. If you pull too hard, you will stall. You can stall at any airspeed if you pull hard enough. As I'm turning around, I see this J-7E going vertical with my ally. I'm going to fire a missile at him here. The only reason why I'm going vertical here is because I know that the enemy is near his airfield, and I'm pretty far from that right now. The J-7E unfortunately flares my missile away. I'm going to dive back down so I don't stall. I see some tanks in front of me. I'm going to fire at them. As I'm pulling up, I look behind me to see where the J-7E is. Realize that he's 0.3 miles away from me. I start chaffing flares. I'm going to try to outmaneuver him here. He thankfully overshoots, and now I absolutely have to make sure that I don't overshoot. I wait for him to cross my nose. Fire here, but I just barely miss him. That's totally fine though. All I have to do is just stay behind this guy. He's not outmaneuvering anybody. I got a shot off here, severe damage, and I know he's going down. Now there's only one guy left. I'm just going to keep ground pounding. If I keep this up, we'll be able to win off of tickets. All I need to do is just kill one more ground target, and since I kept that up, I won the game for us. Thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my video. If anybody has any suggestions on what aircraft they want me to fly next, please leave it in the comment section down below, and I'd be happy to fly that aircraft.